holds a 24-hour job and is not thanked enough for her efforts day in and day out. She's kind enough. So different in that picture, right? Lori's kind of. You know, it just doesn't always work all the time, you know. So Lori's kind enough to be here today with us, and she's going to share some of her experiences with Zimmerman, the infamous brand-tailing strategies that brings together branding and retailing in juxtaposition, along with a wealth of information to provide you, the students, so that you can properly lead an exhilarating and rewarding career in the advertising and marketing industry. Before I introduce our wonderful and accomplished speaker, Lori, we have a surprise for you. Zimmerman is always ready to make an ad campaign, TV commercial, and so forth on the spot for their clients, so we wanted to do the same for you. With the help of a film major and some input, we put together this brief ad for Zimmerman themselves. And we then gave you a tagline, which I'm sure you'll revise 10 times. So I'm going to play that for you, and then I'm actually really proud.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, volumes. I know. Ridiculous, right? What if this happened in a pitch? I'd be dead.
Totally inspired.
Zimmerman, an Omnicom Group company, is a leading national retailer brand builder with more than 1,100 associates and offices throughout the country. Zimmerman stays ahead of the curve by prioritizing its clients. Zimmerman also gives back to the community through Z-Motion, rated over $3 million. Zimmerman, our strategy, your success.
Cool, right?
I like it.
Right? We got some talented students over here. Very cool. So, having done our intro, Lori,
Yes, ma'am.
you can go ahead and we have a bunch of questions set up for you. But if you'd like to talk about if you'd like to talk a little bit about some of the strategies or whatnot.
Let me put this in there. First, I need to love Zimmerman.
Yeah. Come on, guys.
The one thing I do want to point out is we mentioned brand tailing. Brand tailing is a proprietary model that we use, and what it means essentially is that we look to build brands over time. We're building sales overnight. And the reason that's significant is you see a lot of advertising out there. That's very good, right? You're like, oh, dude, that's sweet. I love that spot. Who's it for? I have no idea. You know, so, and I see a lot of commercials that I love, but I have no idea what the product is. And I can't remember what the brand is. So how can I go buy it? And so one thing that's different about Zimmerman and the brand tailing model is everything's ROI based. Everything we look at has some good return on investment. So something may be an awesome idea, right? And we're like, oh, we all love that. Oh, do that, sweet, yeah, let's do that. But we can't ROI it out because the cost doesn't justify what we think we get back through our model. So we have to scrap it and start again. Everything we do is to make sure it builds the brand, you remember the brand, but it motivates you to go actually buy something. Because our clients are in the business of selling things. And so not only do they have to sell the things, they have to do it profitably. So we're spending a ton of money in marketing, and we're not selling enough stuff, we have a problem. And we're going to get fired. So you see a lot of ad agencies, I don't know how many of you sort of subscribe to trade positions, you know, but you'll see all the time headlines, you know, Mercury Partners is doing this, and this company got fired from here, and this company's looking for a new agency. That's why. Because it might have been a great idea, but it wasn't making any money. Or if it was driving traffic and sales, it wasn't doing it the profitable way. Okay? So that one is what I would suggest is the biggest difference about Zimmerman as part of the Omnicom family. The other thing I will say is we call it DNA. So we're all sort of made out of the same stuff at Zimmerman. And I've worked at many different agencies. Zimmerman is very type A, homogeneous group of very driven, ambitious, fiercely dedicated people. And that's why we get up on Saturday and Sunday mornings and we ride 50 miles on our bicycles at 20 miles an hour. You know, it's all about being all in all the time. not for everyone, and that's cool, right? So my biggest piece of advice to you before we get into your questions is find what you love to do and then find a place that fits you culturally. Because if I had to dress like that every day, and I've worked in some agencies that require that, that doesn't work for me. I don't like that. It restricts my feeling of who I am as a person. So when I have client meetings, this is how I dress, because this is who I am. And so I would advise you to look for that as you start out your career. Are they all seniors now?
Juniors and seniors.
Yeah. You know, and that's the most important thing that I can tell you. You know, love what you do and find a place where you like the other people there. You know, if you like to get dressed up and wear like fancy shoes and stuff, there's plenty of places to do that. If you don't, find a place where you know.
Well, because it restricts you from being, yourself. And you want to let all your knowledge and all your experience to shine wherever you work. And if you feel restricted and you feel uncomfortable in that environment, you're not going to let that shine through because you'll be afraid to even project certain things or certain campaigns that you would want to do or ideas that you have. And then the things that you're really good at, you won't even be able to stay because you're not really putting forth the real effort that you love. That's kind of important. That's why I work for the club. If I had to wear like high heels every day across this campus, you saw the walk we were doing today.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I got plenty of dress-up clothes and fancy shoes. But if I had a choice, this is it. This is all I got.
Looks great.
All right. You guys ready to get into your questions? Anything before we get started? Because there's some really good questions here.
Yeah, she really liked the questions, and we wanted to go kind of ahead with a Q&A rather than just her stand up and talk. And be comfortable, be casual. She's in her jeans. You can hang out and talk to her. She's not gonna bite you, I promise.
So I'm going to ask you to ask these questions because some of them are really good, and I'm really cool. So, question number one: Zimmerman creates advertising campaigns for very different companies, from CVS, Office Depot, Coffee Shop, or campus. How does this diversity alter your team's approach to creating that campaign? Very simple, it does. Every client is approached the same way, and that is from a position of learning. We have a model where there's 5 different series of audits. We want to understand all the research the clients have in the past. We want to understand internally what their employees and their leadership and executives believe about the company. We want to understand the marketplace, who are their biggest competitors in the market, and what's happening with them, and what are they doing competitively in marketing. We want to do a digital audit to understand consumer-generated sentiment about the brand. So it doesn't matter what brand it is or what problem we're trying to solve, we approach it the same way, from a place of learning. There's something called folklore, I call it folklore, in every organization, and that is those things that people believe to be true. There's, I'm sure, plenty of folklore on campus here, right? So that everybody has bias, everybody has a point of view. We have sort of the oral tradition that this great country is founded upon of what they believe to be true. So companies come to us and they believe certain things, and they tell us, here's what we need to do. And we say, that's great, I respect your unique and professional opinion, but I want to learn what you know first. I want to ask a lot of questions, and then I'll come back and tell you what I think we need to do. Because the worst thing you can do is to have a client come to you and say, we need to invest $6 million of our media budget into outdoor. Okay, if that's what you want to do, go hire another agency to do that. Because we're not going to do that. Because that might not be right. But I'm glad you shared with us that that's what you do need. Does that make sense? Whose question was that? Is that person here?
That was my question.
Is your question? All right, sir. Did that answer your question?
It does, okay.
Okay, very well. I would suggest that consistency and being disciplined in anything is really important, and so that discipline and consistency in our approach, I think it contributes a lot.
Laura used to be in charge of the McDonald's division in the East, and one of the big things that we learned, I mentioned McDonald's to you guys in terms of marketing and campaigning as a huge, that's the example. We're going to look at anything in terms of a powerhouse, that's a company you want to look at. And one of the things that McDonald's believes is in uniformity and having that kind of consistent in everything from the size of their hamburger to the way that they market their campaign. And I think that that kind of lends itself to the way Zimmerman then strategizes also how they do their campaigns. Regardless of what you're going into, there's certain kind of things that you need to just, it's not that every product is the same or every service is the same, but the fundamentals of business don't change. The bottom line, you're going to have your profit margin, your revenue, those things, and the way to get there is only achieved through certain strategies. And that's one of the reasons I think why they've kind of mastered this kind of advertising field, is because they don't lend themselves to just this crazy idea and that crazy idea. They take it all into consideration, but they have everything structured in certain formats, and that same format is reflective in all the campaigns and really works for everyone.
That's true. I mean, one of the things I love about McDonald's is they will disenfranchise. It's pretty powerful stuff. This guy's invested, life savings into it. But if he can't toe the line, if he can't follow the requirements and consistently deliver on the brand, they'll throw him out. That's a very difficult thing to do, contractually, legally, but McDonald's is the most aggressive organization that will do that because they want everything done a certain way. Or the system falls apart. So, very good. Okay.
Another question, yeah.
Okay. Number 2, how many teams are involved in creating big client campaigns and what are the job roles for a company? That's a really interesting question. There is a core team of people who pitch all the business, and that core team represents every discipline in the agency. So you'll have a digital person there, you'll have a media person there, creative, account service, Pat, our president, is usually there, a marketing guy who talks about, Zimmerman as an agency, our history, our member location. And we sit around the table, and many times we don't go to a pitch with an idea. Many times we go having a conversation about what we think their business problem is that needs to be solved. And that's a lot different from many other agencies. Many agencies go in with a big presentation, and here's all this creative, and here's a 30-second TV spot, and here's a print ad, and we're not there yet. We don't know enough yet. So sometimes we might have an idea that will say, you know what, let's just throw this out and see how we can manifest creatively. But many times we go in and say, tell us what your problem is. And then we'll say, okay, that's great, here's what we think your problem is. So there's multiple functions involved in that. But in general, it's one team that goes to all new business. And there are some other, what do you call them? Well, I'll say special teams players, There's a couple people who might get dragged in who are there because of very specific expertise or the type of client industry. But for the most part, it's one team that every discipline is represented.
I want to ask you a question, or I want to interject.
Yes.
When you're creating a campaign for a client, let's say it's a client that you consistently have, she's Boston Market, for example. Okay. They want to bring a new product into the market. How do you strategize with your team to launch the new product? Because really there's research out there, maybe there's some taste tests, things like that, but where do you go with it so that it's never been there before? How do